Tommy here for Bharat Army TV with everybody's favourite. It's Amish outside the ground here at Edgbaston. Okay, so we're happy now. That was a much needed win.
It was a good win. It was a very satisfying win. The opening partnership was absolutely fantastic. Rohit Sharma, what can we say, man? Top run scorer in the tournament, 4 centuries. For someone to walk into a tournament, get World Cup tournament, 4 centuries, and there's still 3 games to go, potentially 3 games to go. One of India's games got rained off. Like he's done fantastic this tournament. KL Rahul turned up as well. Shame about Kohli, his form didn't continue at punt. Punt delivered. Had a good knock at number 4.
Are we still waiting? Are we still waiting for Kohli to let rip? We want to see him pull it out. He keeps kind of going for about 50.
You know what? For him to even get 5 consecutive 50s on the trot, I think that's a fantastic achievement. On the World Cup stage, though, he's in gear 2. He's still got to go up to gear 3, 4, 5, and what? We've got one more group game left, then the semi-final, and touch wood, the final.
Once again, that middle order, bringing out Karthik as well. What was the point in that?
I wouldn't say what's the point in that. I'd say there's still a few question marks that need to be answered, and India are trying to work out the right combination ahead of the semi-final. We knew this was a question mark before the tournament started, and I guess, yeah, it's still there. And if our top 3 don't fire, then the worms are coming out, which is something we need to be wary about. Hence, there's so much pressure on the top 3. And even more so, why Rohit Sharma's done a fantastic job. For him to be performing when it's at the highest stage, when we've got a lot of uncertainty in that middle order, he's done fantastic. He's done fantastic.
Shame that Hardik went out for 0, but got 3 wickets. Yeah. Bumrah with the wickets as well. Our bowling's on fire, right?
Our bowling is on fire. Do you know what? Hardik Pandya, right? There was a lot of question marks about him, his bowling, should I say, not him. And he's stepped up. He's stepped up a notch in pace, and he's got some brilliant key wickets. So I think his confidence must be sky high right now from a bowling perspective and a batting perspective. He still had a great tournament. Yeah, fair play to Hardik. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
Tommy here outside Edgbaston, where Bangladesh have just lost to the mighty India. It was quite comfortable in the end.
Absolutely, but at a point I felt like it was going to get a little bit close when we couldn't take the wicket of Shakib. But again, we got Bumrah who can come in there and hold them tight. You know what? I don't think our opening batsmen are there. I think we've got a weakness in the middle order, but our bowlers get us through every time. You know what? Let's rock and roll. Let's see what the bowlers can do, but our batsmen got to do better.
So do we need to rejig that order a little bit? I mean, we brought Karthik out today. I'm not really sure what he brought to the game.
I don't think nothing. I think Jadeja needs to come in. He can spin a bit. He's a fleck in the field. As we've seen with the Australians and the English and New Zealand players, it's not about batting and bowling. You need athleticism in the field and get those catches and stop the 1s and 2s. So I reckon keep the setup the same, but get Jadeja in. And maybe, take the reliance off Kohli and Sharma to get all the runs.
Now we're moving into the business end of the whole competition now, of the tournament. Things are going to get serious. What would you do to make sure that those holes and those little weaknesses aren't exposed as we get serious?
Maybe look at Pant, maybe get Pant opening up front with Sharma so they can get the quick runs, take less pressure off KL Rahul, so you can come in and maybe stabilise number 3 position, and then maybe get Kohli coming in where he's not always coming in when the ball's moving with the opening bowlers. So maybe push Kohli down, or maybe keep him there, maybe move KL Rahul down, get Pant and Sharma pinch hit, get the quick runs, and then if we need to stabilise in the middle, we've got that. And then we've got Pandya and Dhoni to get the quick runs.
Tommy here for Bharat Army TV outside Edgbaston, where India have just defeated Bangladesh. It was quite comfortable in the end.
It was in the end, a bit nerve-wracking. I was quite impressed with Bangladesh's tail-enders. What a performance by them. They gave our bowling team a run for their money, but I'm glad that boys stood their ground and took us home.
We had a lot of pressure on our opening batsmen, but once again, our middle order, is that where the hole is in the team?
There is a little bit. I was surprised at some of the team selections coming in today. Look, Hardik had a bit of a rough time getting a 0. He's quite reliant normally, but it's one of those things, and the rest of the team has got to dig deep. So that's what cricket's about. When one of your colleagues falls down, the rest have got to stand up and stand tall.
Hardik made up for it with the wickets that he took, though. But Karthik, what do you think the point was of bringing him in?
I'm not entirely sure, you know. I mean, it was a questionable decision, especially with Ravi Jadeja in the background as well. So there will be questions asked, and I hope that we get it right going forward.
Seema, you're just waving and smiling at the people.
Randomly, I second everything he said. I love the game. The atmosphere is amazing. Oh.
Who's going to win the World Cup?
It's going to be India,
Absolutely.
of course.
Tommy here for Bharat Army TV outside Edgbaston, India, just defeating Bangladesh. It was an easy win in the end, but it was a little bit shaky at one point, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it was a great match. Bangladesh played well as well. I shouldn't say that. But India, of course, win the match. So we are so happy and hope to see them in finals now.
There's a lot of pressure though on our opening batsmen. Our openers have got to score the runs because our middle always wobbles a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially this year, I feel Virat Kohli and Dhoni, I feel they haven't played well.
I don't know about that. I think Kohli's played well. Dhoni just needs to start a bit higher up the order.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You'd bring Dhoni in earlier.
Yeah, I'd bring him in earlier. Let him just play himself in rather than just trying to come in and blast it around. Let him play himself in a bit and then put Pandya behind him.
A few questions around the actual order and things because we had Karthik coming in today. Well, what do you think it achieved bringing him into the game?
I think overall it's probably a good experiment to have, really. Given the others haven't really performed. Kedar Yadav hasn't really hit top form yet, so it's worth just bringing Karthik in, who we know is a proven player in previous series. So let's see what happens, you know.
So as we move into the business end of the tournament now, things are going to get serious. What changes would you like to see in place as we go into the semis? What would you do now with our team to stop us being exposed?
The only thing I would do is I would stick with the three seam bowlers that he's putting on at the moment. I think when we played England, that was a big mistake on this pitch, having two spinners. If he'd had the three seamers, I think we might have beat England comfortably. But having such three top-class strike bowlers, you've got to play them every match, you know. So I think I would keep those in there. Apart from that, the Karthik Yadav experiment, see how they do on the nets and take it from there, really. But apart from that, I think it's a pretty settled team.
We have to take a moment to appreciate the bowling of Bumrah and Pandya.
Yes, definitely. He's the best bowler in the world, I would say.
Which one?
Bumrah.
Bumrah.
Yes.
He's your boy, is he?
My husband's watching.
But tonight she might accidentally call out Jasprit's name.
Yes, in my dreams.
Tommy here for Bharat Army TV. The dolls are going outside Edgbaston because India are victorious. A much needed win for our boys.
Yeah, of course. They were going to win it anyway.
Yeah.
Against Bangladesh, they are a pretty good team.
But does that answer the questions about Sunday, about England? Is that now in the past, that loss?
No, that Sunday.
It's past, it's past. England played well, we did play well, but that's past. We're going to look forward. And it's gonna be good games next month.
But once again, so much pressure on our opening batsmen and our middle falls apart a bit. What's going on now?
I know, I do agree with you. I think that the combination is not right and they're trying a different combination here. I'm not sure about the Karthik inclusion in there. I still prefer Jadhav in there because he gives you the bowling options in there. And Jadhav did pretty well in there. They need to work it out, a good combination here. And look, number 4 was always a challenge for India, and that's actually impacting them right now. In my view, they are impacting. And if they're not going to find a solution for number 4, we have a chance not to win this World Cup. That's my view.
Tommy here outside Edgbaston Cricket Ground as India have just secured their place in the semis by defeating Bangladesh. Yes, we're happy about that. But Ari in that middle order, what's going on?
It was just really bad. First of all, Hardik just tried to play the big shots and he got out. Dhoni started off like he always does, slow, and then he did the same. And then obviously Kohli tried to hold the team up, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah. Has Kohli found his form yet? I mean, he's scored a few 50s. He's not scoring the big scores that we want him to.
No, he hasn't found his form yet. Hopefully in the final.
So who did impress you today? What positives can we take from this?
Rohit, brilliant. Bumrah, excellent. And Shami, KL Rahul, yeah, brilliant.
They're calling him Ro the Hitman Sharma now. He's the highest scoring century maker in the competition.
Sharmas, we're Sharmas!
Yes. There's no Sharman being a Sharma right now. There you go. Proud, Sharmas and proud. But as we go into the semi-finals now, are there any weaknesses that worry you as we take on the big teams, the business end of the
main weakness
tournament?
is the middle order.
Yeah.
We need to more work on the middle order, and we need to maybe change the middle order and rather than putting the DK, put Jadeja or Mayank Agarwal instead of the other people to do the more power for the middle order.
Listen for Bharat Army TV with Shivani. Okay, chucked it indeed. We just about chucked it in the end. It turned out to be a comfortable win,
It was tight.
but it wobbled at one point.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned, not going to lie. The boys weren't putting the pressure down as well as we wanted to, letting a few boundaries go, pulled it back in the end, and here we are, cruising through into the semi-final!
We'll see you next time. Tommy here for Bharat Army TV with the one and only Sonali Kulkarni. Now, Sonali, how much musty did you have? On what level? Would you say it was medium or would you say it was quite grand?
I would say it was 10 on 10.
Okay, right.
Completely 10 on 10.
Now, come on. It was a must-win game for the boys. I know you were excited about seeing them. Are you happy now that we've got this win under our belt? We've secured our place in the semis.
Absolutely. I'm very happy. Although I was expecting the score to go a little high. The target was supposed to be, somewhere 350. But I think Bangladesh made a strong comeback towards the end. But nevertheless, we won the match. We are in the semis. Nothing matters.
Okay, it does. Well, yeah, does it or does it matter? Because once again, it slowed down and we didn't hit the 350 because of our middle order, right?
Yes.
And that's going to surely take its toll on us, or we may pay the price for it in the semi-finals against the bigger teams.
I think that's been our biggest weakness in the entire tournament. Our middle order is very, very weak, especially Dhoni is not performing. Virat hasn't played his biggest inning yet. We're waiting for that to happen, and nobody after Dhoni does that kind of a partnership to bring this total high up. I think somewhere that is getting exposed in every match, and if this continues, yes, it's going to be very, very difficult to score in semis, and with a bigger team we'll be worried. Yeah.
Let's focus on the positives.
Yes.
Bumrah. Bowling.
Bumrah.
Hardik, okay, not scoring any runs, but again, 3 wickets for him as well.
Yes.
Our bowlers are on fire.
I think our bowlers are on fire. Till now, we have had a difficult time with our bowlers. Over the period of time, we've been thinking that batting is strong, but bowlers are still somewhere weak. But this squad, I think the bowlers are doing better than the batsmen. And yes, we have Shami, we have Bumrah, we have Bhuvneshwar is back, and we have Pandya. So bowlers are right there. We need to match up in batting now.
We were spotting you, actually. We were seeing you on the screens quite a lot. The cameras clearly liked you and having you at the ground. Can you just recreate your shock horror pose, which I believe now you can find on Twitter? It's both hands. It's like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Like, let's all do it, right? Here we go.